Does this sound familiar to you? Swap, get off of that character, get off of that, swap, play this character. If that sounds familiar to you, I'm gonna share with you a secret on how to get better at your character and how you actually know when to swap instead of someone telling you to swap. Because let me tell you a little secret. They don't know when you should swap because they don't play your character. This game that we're about to look at is a prime example of why I don't swap, and I only swap when I feel like I need to. Otherwise, I'll continue playing my character. We're gonna be looking at a Captain America gameplay, but we're not gonna talk about him. We're gonna talk about how you know when you should swap and whether or not you should ignore your teammates telling you to do so. Now, Captain America, you guys know I play a lot. You guys also know that I'm an Eternity/One Above All player. You guys seen it on stream. You guys know this. But I'm gonna share with you why I do not swap unless I know for a fact I have to. So the first thing you want to think about when you're playing your character is understanding their goal, because the goal of the character outweighs any performance issues you may be having. So goal. Every character has their own specific goal. When we're talking about Captain America, its goal is pretty much to distract and create openings. You're not there really to get KOs. Your stat line isn't really going to be padded, especially in higher ranks. This is a Celestial game. There are Eternities and One Above All players in this lobby. So if that's the goal that I'm having, we need to make sure that that's what's happening in this game. So we're going to go ahead and we're going to fast forward and we're going to take a look at what was happening and why my teammates felt like I should swap and why I feel like you shouldn't. So going in already, we realized that we're attracting attention, right? And what is our goal? To distract and create openings. We have 2 characters on us right now, 3 actually on us right now. We're doing a good job, right? And because I play this character, I understand that this is the goal of the character. I understand that the goal is to distract and create openings. As long as I'm doing that, whether or not I get KO'd, that's the point. Look at all these characters chasing me. 1, 2, 3, 4. 4 characters looking at me, right? So this is a fight that my team should win. Now, did I get KO'd? Yes. Should I have not gotten KO'd? Yes. But did I do the goal? That's the point. Yes, I accomplished the goal. The goal is to distract and create openings. This is how you get better at the game. The fact that I only got KO'd because I misplayed, not because it wasn't working, means that I can make improvements. I could figure out, well, how can I do this goal better without getting KO'd? When you're playing your character, you need to ask yourself, what is the goal of my character? And am I accomplishing that? Even if I have a horrible stat line, am I accomplishing that? Because if you are, you shouldn't swap. What you're doing when you swap is basically saying, I'm gonna try to swap to something that you guys want, and then I'm gonna get carried, or I can hope that you guys carry. But if you want to get better at the game, you want to get better at your character, you're going to have rough patches. So you know what? We're going to continue and we're going to try to do our best. Now, you notice that our team is getting picked off while we're not there. Again, my fault, not my team's fault. That's my fault. I should have been alive and they should have been able to take advantage. Should I swap off a cap because my team got run over? No. What is my goal? Distract and create openings. That has something to do with them getting picked off. They got picked off because of me. So I'm trying to get in position here and, I get shot at again. It is what it is. So I'm trying to just be ready because my timing was off and they weren't ready. So we go in, Spider-Man's on me. Our teammates get picked off by Hela. Not my problem. The fight hasn't even started. You just got picked off. It is what it is. That's not I need to play Doctor Strange because you can't sit and cover. That's just that's all you, right? So we're going in, we're distracting once again. We're creating openings, we're getting chased. And again, I get KO'd. That Hela was one of the Smurfs. Their aim was godlike. But I got KO'd again. Is this a swap angle? No, I'm still creating the goal. If you want to get better, you have to understand that you are going to mess up. You're going to get KO'd. If you're playing Strategist and you're getting your heals off, but people are getting one shot, that's not your fault. That's the person that's playing's fault. As long as you're doing your job. And again, every character has a different goal. There's not the same set of goals for each character. So again, we go in, I try to last long enough again, but we get run down again. So you might be thinking, what poppin'? You should swap now, right? You keep getting KO'd, nothing happens, nothing gets accomplished. Well, you see how much space we're getting, you see how much distance we're getting. My team is able to get picks, and I do end up getting KO'd, but my team was able to get picks. So is it working? Is distracting working? Yes. Am I creating openings for my team? Yes. Now, Cap can secure KOs if they're low, but you can see that I'm not even surviving. They're really good at getting me. And that's something I want to work on. I want to work on how do I survive players that are really good at getting me, right? So why would I swap? I have to improve up my character some way. And the only way you improve is if you get beat. So they all get picked. Not my problem. Again, I was told to swap. I was only told to swap like twice. And so they're chasing me again. This is where they said swap. So I'm like, bro, they're on me. Like, look how many people they're sending for me. Look at that. Look at that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 players are chasing me, allowing my team to get in position. This is abnormal, by the way. You never have 6 players chasing you. But I knew because there's that many people chasing me that this is like what I want. This is ridiculous. You should not have 6 freaking players chasing you. But this is what I wanted. And they're like, Cap, stop. It's not working. Bro, it is working. I just get caught because there's 6 people chasing me. What do you mean? This allows my team to get in position. It allows them to push the cart. It allows them to get picks because now they're frantically trying to get back to the cart, and we end up winning the fight. So I had to type to them, and I explained that, bro, it's working. And even the Rocket player, well, he's not playing Rocket now. It was the Invisible player. The Invisible player was like, Cap is distracting, not gonna lie. He's getting attention. To them, it seems like I'm trolling. These players are just really good at catching me. That's all it is. They are very good at catching me. So again, same exact thing. They're told that I muted them by now because I didn't want to hear it. They didn't understand. I was specifically telling them, hey, wait for me to go in. They send 3 to 4 after me every single time. Just wait. Just wait. And they were just like, cat swap, GG, blah, blah, blah. And I was like, all right, bro, you guys don't have critical thinking skills at all. The goal is to distract, create openings. I've been doing that for you this entire round, yet you have been blind to it. I don't understand. Just watch the replay, I guess. But that's the life of a Cap. You know, we did end up getting KO'd on that point. It's fine. They got the next point. We're running behind them. Why? Because we know that someone's there. I already knew Thor was on the cart. I could hear him. So I was like, okay, there's Thor. Dodge him. I know Cloak and Dagger's there. She just wasted her ability. She keeps using Bubble. She keeps using the blind, right? They're burning all these cooldowns for me. Yet, again, my team doesn't understand. My team doesn't understand that distract, create openings. I'm doing so by burning cooldowns for them. That also creates openings. So that way, when they do fight, there's no Cloak and Dagger heals. When they do fight, there's no Angela dash. When they do fight, there's less Spider-Man web clusters or swings. Phoenix might use her stun on me. I'm burning all of this for my team, yet they don't understand because they don't play Cap. But if you play Cap, or whatever character you play, you understand your goal and you're meeting that goal. That's all that matters. Look how much Thor is on me. Thor is a problem. He's going on me. Now, I will say, I'm not just running around and not paying attention. I am noticing the fight taking place. So I understand that am I getting value by bringing the character of value away from their team. Let's just say the only person that they brought to me was Spider-Man. And Spider-Man was able to KO me every single time. And my team was losing the 5v5. I would swap off a Cap. But I've noticed that every single time that I go in, they send more than one, and my team wins the fight every time. The team was so frustrated that I was playing Cap that they didn't realize this. Otherwise, they would wait for a second and let me drag away 2 or 3 of them and then fight. But they kept fighting over and over, and you can't do anything about your teammates. It is what it is. So I was just thinking, well, maybe I can just time it better and play around them, which I did try to do as much as possible. So we're going on the Luna here. I know that they're looking at me. I'm not trying to get the KO. Again, just burning abilities. She started to use her clap. Cloak and Dagger's looking at me. They're not healing their team right now. They're still looking at me. They're still looking at me. They're still looking at me. I'm getting low. It's fine. We forced the ultimate because she got really low, and we're just doing our best to stay relevant. I'm just charging my ultimate here. Unfortunately, my team gets KO'd, but that's fine because I have my ultimate in the bag. I feel like we're going to lose this fight, so I'm just going to wait it out. I leave, we come back, we're chilling, right? And I'm just waiting, and I'm just waiting, and I'm just waiting. So we go here. I don't pop my ult yet. I just know that they're looking. So look. We have Spider, we have Phoenix, like all of them are looking at me, which allows my strings to survive for a lot longer. I knew he was coming, so I just wanted him to be able to survive a lot longer. I get caught, so I pop my ult. I run back to my team to give him some ult charge, and then we look to try to clean up here. As soon as I noticed that my team was on cart and we're okay, I decided to dive their backline. I just wanted to make sure that it was safe. So I notice it before I get off cart. I'm just sitting on cart till my team's good. All right, they are. I'm gonna go to that Luna. What did we establish? That Cloak and Dagger always pockets this Luna every single time that I'm on Luna. So if we do this as the fight's taking place, they're not gonna have any heals and 2 players are gonna be looking at me. What happens? I look at Luna, she looks at me, she stuns me. She looks at me, right? They're Doctor Strange portals, but it doesn't matter. I'm going in on her because I know that she's gonna continue to look at her. And she is. And right, they're pocketing her. They're pocketing her. She's getting pocketed. She's getting pocketed. But look at you wasting all these abilities and helping her while your team is losing the fight over here. Look at that. 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 And we end up winning. This is why you do not swap off your character. The only one that knows your character is you. I hope this helped you out. If you guys still have questions about what you should be doing, if you should swap and things like that, I do free revive reviews on Saturdays, so you could check that out. I also have coaching and replay reviews. Check the links down below if you would like coaching. There's different types of coaching, so whatever is best for you, I recommend taking a look and see if any of it fits you. But thank you for watching. I do appreciate it. I hope you learned something. And remember, if you main your character and you are accomplishing your goal, you should not swap. This is the best way to improve with their character and really get through tough situations. I understood that I was not performing well because these players were really good. I want to get better at being able to handle players that are sending 4 and 5 after me, because that's how I improve. I knew we weren't going to lose because I was doing the right thing. Everything was still working out. So I stayed on cap. What is the goal of your character? Are you accomplishing that goal? That's what you're looking for. And if you are, you should not swap, because you will lose way more games than you win by swapping, and you're not going to improve on your character. Again, thank you guys for watching. Till next time, you know what I always say. Thank you guys for doing what? Happen often. Will often.